That's crazy. Did you see how Jack Catterall knocked Ekow Essuman out the ring? What's even more impressive is how massively the referee John Latham messed up before that. Oh, you missed it? Don't worry. We're about to get into it in this video.
Hello guys, this is Rolly Romero.
Yo, my name is Nonito Donaire. What's up guys, Designer's Eyes.
Here with Bob Santos Boxing.
And I rock with Dr. Boxing Talk.
I want to give a quick shout out to Dr. Boxing Talk.
And I want to give a big shout out to Dr. Boxing Talk. Thank you for all the love, thank you for all the support.
You're rocking with Dr. Boxing Talk. Get your daily news from my man right here, the best in the business. Let's get it, baby.
All day, baby.
Amen.
Bam!
If I tell you I'm good, probably you'll say I'm boasting. If I tell you I'm no good, you know one line.
Yo, what's good, Boxing Talk family? Welcome back to your favorite boxing news channel, Dr. Boxing Talk, and we are here to talk about a crazy situation that just transpired, but it's a repeat offender. You know what I'm talking about? BTF rise up, man. Let's get right to it, man. We had Jack Catterall last night on the undercard of Chris Eubank and Conor Ben's rematch, right? Jack Catterall took on Ekow Essuman, and we knew what was going to happen, right? We knew what was going to transpire, and exactly what we anticipated came into fruition. We said that the guy with the more skills was Jack El Gato Catterall, right? The cat.
Yeah.
And then we said the guy with the superior will would be Ekow Essuman.
Yeah.
And the fight played out just like that, with Jack Catterall being trained, you know, under Bozianis for the first time. This is his debut. They're working as a team, and they did great. You know, I think Jack Catterall fought more off his front foot. He was more aggressive. That was dope. But as we saw, right, Jack Catterall, he tends to kind of relax a little bit, get complacent a little bit, not fight with that extra oomph, that extra gear, right? And he tends to slow down. That's one of his tendencies, right? And let's be fair to Bozianis, who I think is one of the best trainers, right? I think this year is between him, Robert Garcia, and Bomac. You know, with Bomac getting destroyed by Conor Ben, you know, his fighter Chris Eubank, that kind of goes down a little bit. Now, I know that there were circumstances in which they weren't the best for Chris Eubank, but once you're in the fight, we have to judge your performance, and that performance wasn't good.
Know your fucking place, trash.
You know what I'm saying? So that kind of knocks Bomac's stature down a little bit, you know, when it comes to the top three trainers, in my personal opinion. But he does have that great win with Bud going up 2 weight divisions and beating the face of boxing, Cinnamon, you know, Saul Canelo Alvarez. So, you know, but I personally believe that right now Bozianis and Robert Garcia are leading the way, and I would even edge it to Robert Garcia to repeat as trainer of the year. But they both have a phenomenal stable. You know, I could go through that another time, but the meat and potatoes is what's to focus on is that, yes, Jack Catterall looked good with his new trainer, Bozianis. And I was rooting for Jack Catterall because I like him. But I thought that Ekow Essuman, excuse me, I said Ekow Essuman would kind of edge it out, man, and start to warm up towards the later rounds. And that's exactly what was going on. But for your listening pleasure, we are now on Spotify under Dr. Boxing Talk. The same thing on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, everything. Dr. Boxing Talk, man. Come rock with us. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. He had a monkey wrench thrown into the situation by the referee, John Latham. This has to be one of the worst referee blunders I've seen. Now, I know we talk about referee blunders. We always go to Gervonta Tank Davis and the knee and him interacting with his corner, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly what happened, and it could have cost Ekow Essuman the fight. Now, I'm not saying that the same exact situation happened, but the referee intervened, right? By not intervening, and this time he didn't interfere quick enough because he called the a halt to the action, and Jack Catterall hit him with an ultra combo.
Get him up, let him get up, let him get up, let him get up. Like that, like that.
I'm talking about, man, he went Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan on him. Hit him with a 3-piece and a biscuit. You see what I'm saying? And that's cool. You know, he didn't lose a point. That's cool. But the referee, where he messed up again, he didn't even call a pause to the action and let Ekow Essuman recover and recuperate. Check it out right here. You see this?
2-3 in the Premier League. Just walks into a shot.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
And that's the combo. And then fast forward, you see only 10 seconds has transpired on the clock, and now you see Ekow Essuman outside of the ring. You see what I'm saying? So when the time and the action commences, Ekow Essuman didn't have no time to recover from getting a free 5-piece combo with the biggie size fries, you know what I'm saying, and the milkshake. You see what I'm saying? So nah, he got the whole entire meal, compliments of Jack Catterall's left hand and right hand. He even got the condiments included, all for free. And then he didn't even get a chance to recover, bro. You should have gave him some time to recover. I don't understand that blunder, you see? And if I was part of Ekow Essuman's team, I would think they have a legitimate case to have an immediate rematch. And maybe even get it, overturned. I don't think it'll be overturned as long as there's no, banned substances involved. But I do think that they have the right, they have a legitimate case to push for a mandatory rematch. You see what I'm saying? An immediate rematch. Because, yes, I think Jack Catterall was winning, like I said. But this was happening in the 11th round. You never know what could happen. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like it was kind of snatched from him. But at the same time, simultaneously, I'm applauding Jack Catterall and Bozy Ennis because I could see the developments in this game, the improvements in this game. But at the same time, I'm a boxing fan, man. I'm a boxing fan. I don't like to take away anything from anybody, whether it's the underdog or the guy I'm rooting for, the guy I'm rooting against. I'm not really ever rooting against somebody. Sometimes I have a preference, a lot of times I have a preference, but I'm never really rooting against somebody. I love the sport. May the best man win. But I have to be very honest as well and speak on what I observed. And what I observed was Jack Catterall being the beneficiary of a referee blunder, not once, but twice. I don't know if he has a contract with the referees. And the reason why I say that is because this just happened in his last fight, right, with Ekow Essuman. But his fight prior to that with Harlem Eubank, like I said, we like to focus on Gervonta Tank Davis for interacting with his corner without permission, right, unprovoked. Well, Jack Catterall did the same thing with Harlem Eubank. Oh, you forgot? Check out the footage.
That could be a real problem. But can't go back to his corner. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, so you see there was a halt to the action by the referee, and you see Jack Catterall went and got his face wiped down, just like Gervonta Tank Davis. But because he's not Gervonta Tank Davis and people don't have some type of innate hatred for him, they're going to sweep it under the rug. But no, Jack Catterall went and interacted with his corner and just like Tank got his face wiped down. No, you say, oh, Doc, that's not that bad. Absolutely it is, because when a referee calls time, you don't just have free reign to go do what you want. You can't hop out the ring and go to get some concessions and get some popcorn or kiss your mate. You can't do that. You cannot interact with the corner. That's why when the referee calls time, you do what? You go to your neutral corners. And that's why if you listen to the commentary, the guy said, hold on. He's supposed to go to his neutral corner.
Can't go back to his corner. I don't know what's going on there.
And the referee caught it too, but he didn't punish or reprimand Jack Catterall. And like I said, I'm not saying that he has to. It's okay, but we cannot ignore that. Is it a coincidence that back to back Jack Catterall was a beneficiary of a referee mistake? But we focus on Gervonta Tank Davis, though. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes we focus on people instead of the action. If we're really mad about the action and how, excuse me, if we're really mad about the action and upholding the integrity and the rules of the sport, then we would be just as bothered regardless of who's the beneficiary of it, whether it's Gervonta Tank Davis, whether it's Jack Catterall, whether it's Zele Zhang, when that knockdown by Jake Caballero didn't count for some odd reason by that referee. You see what I'm saying? So I just think that this was bad. I thought this was an injustice to Ekow Essuman. I think it kind of tarnished and tainted the fight because it was otherwise a great fight. You see what I'm saying? But if I was Ekow Essuman, I'd be very upset because, like I said, I had Jack Catterall winning. I'm not mad that he won. That's not the point. And like I said, I actually celebrated because, I'm rooting for Bozy Ennis, man. I actually had the pleasure of meeting him. I like Bozy Ennis, what he's doing with his son Boots, what he's doing with Stephen Fulton. Andy Cruz about to have a title shot against Raymond Montaya. Actually, that's going to be a Bozy Ennis fighter versus a Robert Garcia fighter right there. So that's good. And then what he just did with Jack Catterall, not to mention, he has a female champion for the IBF junior middleweight division at 154 with O'Shea Jones. So he's doing his thing. You see what I'm saying? But, we have to be honest as well. And I don't like when anybody gets the bad end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened with Ekow Essuman, man. I don't think it's fair at all. I don't even know what the referee was thinking. Like, how do you not give somebody time when you call time and the opponent of him hit him with a Berserker Barrage? Like, this is Marvel versus Capcom. I'm talking about like he was Wolverine and just hit it with a mean combo, man. It was crazy, bro. So yeah, I just think that was wild, man. The fact that he didn't get time to recover. It's like, bro, when you get hit with a low blow, the referee gives you time to recover. When you get hit with an elbow, the referee gives you time to recover. When you get hit with any type of illegal blow, the referee typically gives you time to recover. He got hit with multiple blows and the time commenced just like that. And it just so happens to be coincidentally Jack Catterall being the beneficiary of another referee blunder in 2 consecutive fights. That's wild. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Don't forget to smack that like button. But most importantly, remember, with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. Also, if you enjoy real boxing talk, check out the free boxing newsletter called Doc's Corner. Link will be below. If you like real boxing, no gimmicks, no nonsense, none of this Twitter beef and all this other stuff where people have vendettas against certain fighters, just pure boxing talk from a pugilist enthusiast, check out Doc's Corner, man. I'm telling you, you'll enjoy this free boxing newsletter. Your boy getting to it. Y'all be easy. God bless. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.